Welcome, everybody, to Tuesday Night Modern. I'm Taylor Gunn. I'm here with handsome John Douglas. Welcome, John.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
You ready for some hot modern action tonight?
I'm ready for this spicy boy we got queued up for round one, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's see if Farrell can Farrell Mark.
Or if Mark will mark Farrell.
Correct.
Either of these outcomes
is favorable for our viewing pleasure.
Is possible.
So I feel like Mark has been, he's really been treating us to a lot of different deck types recently. He was on like the Naya pacifier. For a long time there.
He was.
And now he's on this collected company deck. I think he's been on, I think he played the Abzan deck one week.
Okay. Yeah, this company deck, if it's up to date, so we saw a lot of modern company lists move from green-white or Abzan to Bant.
Okay.
And include the human sub-theme to be very aggressive, just like we saw in Standard.
Sure.
Which is pretty interesting in my book. We'll see if that holds true for Mark's list. If he's just green-white, he may be a little bit behind the curve here, but...
We're about to find out. Oh, he's got...
Oh my. We got some...
Ramanab Excavator.
He's got some spicy boys of his own. That Ramanab Excavator is a heater. And if Mark doesn't take it, that plus Ghost Quarter can run away with this match.
Absolutely.
Taking the voice. Mark ain't afraid of no Ghost Quarter, that is.
No, didn't even look at the draw before he plays that Horizon Canopy.
Oh, he knew.
How'd he know?
He knew.
What the draw was?
No, that he was playing the Horizon Canopy.
Oh, I'm just saying if he drew like a Temple Garden there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. Maybe.
I would. There's no way I'm letting him take these backsies that either. If you're not going to look, if you're going to be arrogant like that.
Hey, drew Step Links. And DeForest.
All right.
All right, all right. Here we go.
So far, the greatness hasn't really cost Farrell anything.
Oh, Mark creeping with that Step Links.
Might have some encroachment here.
Some solid encroachment. I like that. That little subconscious psychological advantage right there.
A little push.
Just sneaking them in a little bit. Just edging them on in.
So the deck I would hybrid with this collected company is the Hate Bears deck.
Sure. Menden, I don't know if he's got the blue. We were talking about it a little bit beforehand. We see a Noble Hierarch in hand, which is interesting, but we'll see.
He didn't cast it.
He did not cast Noble Hierarch. That's correct.
I think his goal is to flash this Even Mind Sensor.
Yeah. So now Bob can attack, and Farrell can't pop this fetch.
Right.
Like he's going to have to choose one or the other. Alright, so now we're going to... There you go. So we've got a fetch. He tried to stop it with the Even Mind Sensor. Fetch still in the stack. We pushed. Farrell going down to 13 for this series of plays. Let's see if he's got a follow-up play. Man, a Liliana here would be so good.
Farrell showed us one off the Bob.
Right. There it is.
So I would think after seeing the Liliana off the Bob flip, you would let the fetch resolve, let him do whatever with Liliana, and then play your Mind Sensor to attack Liliana at the end of turn.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable...
I would have adjusted the line. Mark's way behind at this point.
Yeah, he is not in great shape.
So a collected company really catches him up here. Probably 2 mana. I know he has Hierarchy and Bird in hand, so if he plays both of those.
So he can tap 2, Ghost Quarter his Horizon Canopy, tap the third land, play Remunip Excavator, replay Horizon Canopy, and then play a Birds.
Okay.
Gives him a little bit of card advantage here, helps him catch up a little bit. Looks like we're just going to hit the Forest here, which I guess that makes more sense in this scenario, since you're just going to cast a Birds or a Noble Hierarch anyway.
Right.
But this Remunip Excavator is a 2/3, so it's going to be able to block this Bob if he doesn't have an answer for it. Oh, here we go with a Rogue Refiner. Man, he's just got the rebuy land effects in spades here.
Spades.
Spades.
Alright. Farrell finds another land off of Bob. So maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Mark is going to be able to make up this disadvantage he's at with this Excavator and these Mana Dorks to come back in.
Well, not with this Scavenging Ooze on the board. Let's see what he opts to play here. He can make the same play as last time with the Remunip Excavator. So or he can play out this...
the Renegade Refiner here was a different...
Renegade Rallier, we're being told.
Oh, it was a Rogue Rallier.
No. Look, it's the uncommon from Kaladesh that starts with RR.
Anyway, if he plays the Excavator last turn and plays the land, then Farrell has to like commit to getting the land on his turn. If Farrell were to pass to you in your main phase, you just play the land as your land for the turn.
Right.
You don't have to, like, you know.
And here we are. All of a sudden, this board is looking a little more even.
Much more even.
Although 4 or 5 Goyf is really going to walk away with this if we don't have an answer for it soon.
Yeah, I would have much rather used the Rallier on like a Voice of Resurgence. It's just a much more high impact play.
Chuck Beasy, thank you for the follow.
Chuck Beasy 8, the Ocho. Is that like a Chuck Berry homage name, you think?
No, I don't think so.
It's too bad. Chuck Berry's an awesome artist.
Awesome artist. I think we're going to go down here. Oh, we're going up. Get rid of this Knight of the Reliquary. Not interested in taking out Mark's board position.
Well, if it was Mark's last card in hand, I agree with the go down.
Okay.
Because you could assume it's Collected Company.
Well, if it was Collected Company, you could have cast it last turn. Yes, we too enjoy Wizard Poker. Offering the double block on the Tarmogoyf.
Did somebody call this Wizard Poker?
Yes, we've called it Wizard Poker multiple times. Oh man, the path is really gonna destroy this double block.
Jeez.
It's gonna leave Mark with no cards in hand, no creatures on the board. Gets an extra basic for his troubles, but he needs something and he needs it now.
That's basically like not getting a card. You're welcome.
Basically.
So I'm wondering if Mark has the card Rest in Peace in his sideboard.
I would think he does not.
It's just such like a I mean it impacts him, but like
so he's running a lot of different small recursion engines.
Mm-hmm.
But additionally, he's also running Knight of the Reliquary, So
Right.
you would expect him to not be running that, but he could have kind of a transformational sideboard. Who knows?
I'm a fan of having the excavator in a deck.
Yeah, Excavator seems like a sweet addition. It gives you some more play against like the Tron decks because you can recur your Ghost Quarters.
Well, John, I've been looking forward to this time with you for several reasons.
Okay.
It's one of the highlights of my week, always. But this week,
concur.
This week has been a special week.
Has it been a special week?
When I looked at dailymtg.com on Monday, I was enthralled.
Were you?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody that has stolen from the community is in jail, apparently.
That did happen, yes.
And while that was horrible and he ruined our spoiler season,
For the most part.
we got a big dump on Monday.
I get a big dump every day, but...
Well, I got head 2 on Monday. Especially after that Weber grill we had on Sunday afternoon, evening. That was a nice one. Did you see any favorites? Any cards you're excited to just sleeve them up and let them fly in the standard environment?
Yeah, lots of them.
You turned to me on Sunday and said, "Hey, after this rotation, you want to go deep on standard?" And you put the fist bump out, and I covered the fist. I papered your rock.
Yeah, that was inappropriate.
Yeah, I know you were pissed.
That's tantamount to leaving a bro hanging. And
no, but then I reverted after I was scolded. I was chastised.
you were chastised, and you made it better.
I made it better, but this rare dump really made me very excited about what's to come.
Absolutely. So the one thing of note in the spoilers that I saw, and I don't remember all the names, so you'll forgive me for being a bit vague here, but there was a 1 in a white enchantment that would actually be great here for Mark.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I know exactly what card you're talking about. I've got the list in front of me. Ashes of the Abhorrent.
Yes.
Players can't cast spells from graveyards or activate abilities of cards in graveyards.
So what this does...
Whenever a creature dies, gain 1.
Correct. It leaves all of Mark's recursion alone.
Yes.
It leaves Goyf alone, which isn't the greatest, but it shuts down the backside of Lingering Souls, as well as any like random flashback or dredge or anything else that Farrell wants to, or not dredge, but retrace that Farrell wants to get into, which we're seeing an uptick in.
Yeah, I don't know that I would play this specifically for Lingering Souls.
Right. Well, I would bring it in here for Lingering Souls.
I would have it in my sideboard in this deck, but I would want it against the Grixis matchups.
Yeah, against the Grixis matchups, it seems amazing. And for a while now, there's been a lot of talk about taking the Abzan deck and like shaving some number of Goyfs and putting Rest in Peace on the board just for those Grixis matchups because it's so strong there.
Right.
And this is just an auto include in those sideboards.
Yeah, it instead of being like a jab, it's a little bit of like a haymaker. You know what I mean? It just comes in at a different angle with a whole lot of the same power.
Exactly. I think it's more of a hook than a haymaker, but you know what?
Hooks.
You know what? We'll take it. Yeah, there's a Torpor Orb on a stick guy.
That guy's very good.
Yeah, that is very strong.
It's a land-based Hushwing Gryph. It's on the ground. It's 2/3 for 3.
Correct. Hat Crab Zombie is telling us that blocks Bloodghast and stops Prized Amalgam from triggering, so it's very good against Dredge.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it's very strong there. And I'm all for more access to Torpor Orb effects.
Sure, I can get into that. I mean, that was a huge problem in Standard for a while, is that like they just gave everything that comes into play effect.
Right.
So you were casting basically 2 spells a turn. You got this amazing creature and a
only
a
if
spell.
you were playing creatures.
Right.
if you dared to play a spell,
yeah,
you were quickly outclassed.
Correct. In my world, they reprinted one of the cards I've loved for a long time. It's basically a functional reprint of Quirion Dryad.
Sure.
The card is called Deeproot Champion. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Deeproot Champion.
Sure.
It's not even close to as good as Quirion Dryad was. But,
No. But
this
still
card,
very good.
This card is very good.
So Quirion Dryad was just printed in like M10 or 10th edition, like one of those two. So it's been more recent.
Is it modern legal?
It is modern legal. You can Quirion Dryad it up if you wanted.
Ooh, maybe I'll put him and Quirion Dryad together. Put a bunch of paths on summons.
Yeah.
Cryptic commands. All in
So,
the same deck.
Speaking of powerful 1 green drops, all this costs 2. What do you think about this 3/3 that lets your opponent get a basic?
Is this in green?
Yeah, it's a 3/3 for 1 green. Just a single green mana. And then your opponent gets to find a basic, put it into play, tapped.
Oh, this isn't on the. I haven't seen this because it's not on the. I was looking at the official Wizards site, but
This one was spoiled more recently than that.
We'll pull up a Mythic spoiler.
You gotta be right on the cutting edge of these spoilers. You're gonna miss something. Mark with a 3rd land, missing a 1 and 2 drop. Kind of curious as to what's in his hand.
Old growth dryads.
Yeah. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, spicy boy?
Interesting.
Oh, we've got a Corsair Crew fix from Mark. I like this card a lot.
I'm a huge fan.
Not terribly impressed with it here, but here we are. Oh man, this Goyf is huge all of a sudden. Swing for 4. Headcrab Zombie notes that it's great in the green-white taxes deck. So if you have an Arbiter out, they can't search unless they pay the 2.
Sure.
Plus you can vial it out when it vials at 1.
It's amazing on the play and it's horrendous on the draw. So if there's like a very good like green aggro deck that's gonna like gonna commit to the board real fast and get you dead, like a red-green
Sure.
aggressive deck, I can or green-white maybe aggressive deck, I can get behind this guy, and then you take him out after you've won game 1. You make him your 4 sideboard slots. Because if you're on the draw and they go like land go and you go land this guy and then they untap with 3 lands,
Right.
that game is so far out of your reach. You have no business anymore.
No business. All
Like
right, so we've got a Coco here from Mark. Let's see what he can pull off of this.
Your 2-drop after they come at you with 3 lands in play.
Excavator Tireless Tracker. That's a nice little combo.
There you go. Would have to be as good as Tarmogoyf. It would have to be a Tarmogoyf to like match any standard 3-drop.
Okay. What if it was 2 more of that guy? And you just ramp him all the way to 6.
God only help you. Whatever. What are they gonna do? I mean, 6. They can be Descend Upon the Sinful. I guess that card doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I'm talking in modern.
Oh, I'm imagining ramping like a burn deck to 6.
Yeah, who cares? They whatever they want.
Ramp the Affinity deck to 6. Oh, is this a basic land?
It's basic.
Oh man, this card might be insane.
Might be. And we've gone from unplayable on the draw to might be insane.
No, I'm thinking. So,
all right, so we're gonna get 2 triggers from this Tireless Tracker.
I'm thinking about the second copy of it. So the first copy of it obviously is just like very questionable on the draw. If you're on the draw,
It can be. Random string of numbers. Thank you for following.
oh wow. Somebody call him and see what's up.
Yeah, so yeah, Affinity definitely only plays like 1 or 2 basics. So
Yeah, 1 max. I cut the 1 from mine.
1 max is aggressive. I've heard 1 is like very important for path.
So I cut mine so that I could split Glimmer Void and Spire of Industry 3
Okay.
and 2. or 2 and 3, whatever.
Right.
And I've gotten paths since I've done this and did not feel pinched by it at all.
Okay.
I mean, like, the path is nice and everything, but, like, it's not like, oh, man, I got path, I'm so far ahead of you now. Like
it's a removal spell.
I also like to really diversify my colored mana threats. Like, I'll play some white ones, red ones, blue ones.
Alright, swinging in with this 5/6 Goyf. Is already a monster. If we're going to draw cards, we might as well draw them now and try to block this guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, here's a company.
Oh, Blessed Alliance.
Oh, kicked.
Going back up to 11.
That card's really good. That card is really,
It's really well positioned.
the first weekend it existed, I got blown out at a Modern Grand Prix by it.
Yeah.
And, like, round 2, it just,
You were
like,
playing Banteldrazi, right?
No, I was playing Affinity in that one.
Against Banteldrazi?
Against Naya, like, low to the ground Naya. Like, Naya with Goblin Guides and...
So I know it was played in Banteldrazi as like a 3 of in the board because it was so good.
Well, it got to the point where there was 1 or 2 in the main.
Yeah. Wow, that is very good.
But and I was like very like, oh my god, this guy's playing a standard card against me. I couldn't believe it. I was yeah, you know how I get.
Yes, you get a little tilty.
I can tilt.
All right, we're gonna path the Kitchen Finks. Seems like a good answer as any.
Anyway, I'm seeing the error in my ways now. That card's stock has gone way up in my book.
Yeah, it's a house in Standard right now. It's a house in Modern. It's very good against the Eldrazi decks.
So here's my question.
Do tell.
Mark is gaining a significant advantage here with Random Excavator.
Correct.
And it's not I don't feel like it's helping him get to more cards because he still has land cards in his hand.
Well, it's getting him to more cards because he's getting clues off of every land, too.
Well, sure, no, but I was saying, like, if you just have the Excavator, what do you do with the lands in your hand? I want something to do with those. You know what I mean?
Well, you can play them.
No, the Excavator counts your land drop.
Yeah, but you can play them later. So, like, this Excavator, if it lives forever, I mean, fine, great. But if it doesn't,
well,
like,
yeah, it's not a very impressive threat. I'm just saying that he's getting ahead with it. I see that, but it's not like
he could theoretically attack. I'm surprised he didn't attack there.
Well, he's got 4 spirits. You don't want to.
I would trade my Tireless Tracker for 4 spirits at this point anyway, or any day. But it looks like we're setting up a cord here, so
cord for 5. I hope this is a Sigarda Host of Herons.
Lady Sigarda herself. This is a good one for fizzling IOKs and blocking spirits. Man, couldn't have picked a better card.
Oh, does that card counterspell IO Inquisition?
It gives you and humans you control
hexproof.
Hexproof, not protection.
So this Tireless Tracker is hexproof. I think the Reminab Excavator is a Naga.
It is definitely not a human, or it's a very snake-looking human. Courser.
This is a Centaur.
Also an enchantment. Now he's got the full combo going here.
Mark can see the top card of his library, which can be a huge advantage here with multiple clues in play.
He has to reveal it, doesn't he?
He does have to reveal it.
So it's not just look at it.
Right. I'm just saying. Once he pulls that up, we're gonna.
If our beautiful spotter monkey could reveal the top card for us, or tell Mark that he needs to reveal it.
Shoutouts to our spotter, Matt.
Yes, he's
one
of the more talented spotter monkeys.
Yeah, the best in the business. I can't think of anybody else I'd rather have out there.
No, but Mark just drew a card that Farrell should know what it is.
Correct.
So we need to
We need
Spider monkeyed up real quick.
Yeah, we need to adjust this game state.
Hey, DJ Nelson. I think we had 36 tonight.
Wow,
somewhere around there.
really?
Like 18 tables, yeah.
Good for us.
We'll get the official count here soon. There were way more than 11 tables because I saw a table 14.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the...
Down to 5. There we go.
Yeah, so I think Farrell sees the writing on the wall with... Sigarda is really the trump card against these green-black base decks.
Yeah. It's very strong there.
So there we saw Mark riding the back of the Sigarda host of herons.
Just riding her back.
Riding her...
Through the air.
Through the air.
Yeah, that's a sweet one to chord for. That was specifically designed for that very situation. Very cool that happened. There's a pretty good chance that Affinity will be on stream. We've got a couple players. You see another spicy boy over there?
No, I'm poking around, man. We've got all these gold pirates.
Yeah, the pirates are sweet.
Well, the pirates interest me because of...
Tell me why the pirates interest you.
They all seem to cost a lot. So, like, I want to see the common, uncommon pirates that are, you know... I'm going to assume that there's going to be, like, a 1-2 for 1. Or, you know, something to get, like, pirates into play. Like, I want to see, like, a pirate Thraben Investigator that's just, like, a 1-2... puts the treasure token into play.
1-2 gets the treasure.
He gets the treasure.
I see.
That card's probably way too good for standard, as it accelerates you.
Yes.
And
well,
fixes
maybe
your
not.
mana.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's like it's a one-time thing. We know that we're not going to get Llanowar Elves ever again.
Never again.
Well,
no elves, no birds.
I don't see that happening anytime.
The card I think that is most impactful in the whole set that I've seen so far is Vraska's Contempt.
Okay.
Exile target creature, planeswalker, you gain 2 life. It costs 4 mana, it's an instant.
Very nice.
I think with Gideon running around, Hero's Downfall would have just been insanely good.
Sure.
And
so when Gideon first started running around, we had a 4 mana answer for him that didn't see play.
What card was that? As an instant?
Utter End?
Oh yeah, but that card cost you life, didn't it?
Nope, just 4 mana.
Exile target permanent?
Exile target permanent.
But it required you to play 2 colors.
Yeah, that was very difficult at the time with fetches and Zendikar lands.
We've been assigned 3 cards to talk about. I'm going to ignore that.
Yes. I too will ignore them.
The design article that I'm really interested in reading is what makes a dinosaur different than a dragon? Like, flavor-wise, how are we
So dinosaurs don't
those
fly.
Two? I know that, but I want to know, flavor-wise, how we're going to separate the two.
Flying?
Just dinosaurs are just dragons. They get all the same effects that dragons do, but they don't fly.
No, they don't fly. They don't have any of that. Like, they don't have fire breathing. What else you want here, man?
All right.
I think the bigger thing would be separating dinosaurs from beasts, because they seem to have a lot of overlap there.
Okay.
Just like traditional beasts.
I think you need to make that distinction.
Path to Exile reprint would be flavor points for Ixalan. I agree. I don't think we're in any danger of that happening. There was one dino that was spoiled that had flying, apparently, to match up with the one dragon that doesn't.
Is there one dragon that doesn't fly?
There's a dragon that doesn't fly.
Oh, it's the white one, the earthworm or whatever, the sandworm?
I think that's a worm. Man, this Bob's gonna do work. We need an answer quick.
Elder landworm.
Dragon.
It's a dragon, yeah.
Okay.
It's defined as a dragon worm.
Oh, a dragon worm. So I'm seeing this green white collected company from Mark, and you definitely want to have a lot of 3-drops if you're running company, but I'm really disappointed that we're not seeing any action from him until turn 3. Like, he's just getting run over. Like, this is a board state where it doesn't look bad because he's got this Courser in play, and his opponent's got a Goblin Piker and 2 1/1 flyers, but that Goblin Piker happens to be one of the best creatures in the game.
Right.
And is quickly taking over this, as he's gotten a lot of card advantage with minimal life loss.
Yeah, there's situations in which you have a hand in which you can cast all your spells, and you might even have the 3rd color mana, but you don't have any of the splash color spells, and you have to ship it because it doesn't have enough action. You know that a mediocre hand from your opponent is going to beat this hand that you're looking at.
Sure.
It's hard to mulligan hands like that. It's one of my least favorite things. But yeah, I concur that the deck should be chock full of 3-drops.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the 3-drops he's chosen. Like, they all lock together very well. Like, they interact
right
nicely.
Yeah, they do a good job of getting together there, but I mean, if it's not going to bring you back from the brink, which, I mean, let's be real, he's almost there.
Right.
You need to kind of sacrifice a little consistency for a little more survivability.
Right. I personally would play at least 6 mana dorks in this deck.
Okay.
I'd want 4 hierarchs and 2 birds at least.
I'm sure they're here. I mean, we've seen both hierarch and bird. So it's been pointed out in the chat that there are actually 3 dragons that don't fly.
Okay.
Your Elder Landworm,
yep,
which I didn't know about. The Henge Guardian, which is what I was thinking of, and then a Zodiac Dragon also does not fly.
Oh, is that the one from Portal 3 Kingdoms?
From one of the Portal sets, for sure.
Okay.
But we've also know that there is one dinosaur that has flying, which I had mentioned before.
Right.
And apparently that dinosaur is also white.
Interesting. So white's really the outlier here. What color is the Henge Dragon?
He's colorless. I think he's an artifact.
Okay.
Looking this up just to be sure. Yeah, he's an artifact from Mercadian Masks, I think.
Look, so Mark has 6 mana now, so he can cast 2 3-drops, just like he tried to do that before.
These 3-drops better be spicy.
7.
Man, he can play 2 1/3 3-drops now.
Yeah, I feel like these decks that lean on collecting company, I mean, I get it. The card's super powerful,
right?
But I'm not sure that I wanna play a deck where all I'm doing is spinning the wheel.
Absolutely. So 3 mana gets us the Knight of the Reliquary, and it looks like
a follow-up collected company.
No, I think we're gonna have a follow-up Blessed Alliance to untap his hierarchs. I don't know what the point would be at this point, unless he has 2 Blessed Alliances in his hand.
Oh.
Otherwise, I can't really think of a reason to tap these Noble Hierarchs. Yeah, Coco into 3 Nobles, not what the deck wants to do.
No, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like you're spinning the wheel, like you're playing roulette. You're dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
I don't think he's doing that.
No?
But no.
Can I?
You can't actually.
All right. It's kind of cloudy here in Cincinnati.
It is pretty cloudy. We've got a little bit of Houston weather coming up. All right, so we've got the old Gideon anthem. This is a nice one on the Abzan board.
Oh look, you got the thing. Too bad they don't make that one in foil. Maybe that'll be coming in our new F&M.
All right, so we activated the Stern Wildwood.
Yeah, yeah, he had all the removal that game.
Yeah, we just got nothing. So there you have it. Abzan takes down.
Really, single-handedly, Dark Confidant took care of both those games that Abzan won.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that card's just insane. So it turns out that Mark got Farrell and was not able to mark Michael.
All right, well, you guys think about that. You'll unpack that, discuss amongst yourselves.
Yeah, unpack that. Unpack all of my thoughts. It would be a tough job.
Concur.
But we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. We'll get another spicy one for round 2.
It's going to be some hot modern action. We'll see you then.
See you, son of a bitch, if you steal my catchphrase again.